Guys, and happy weekend. So today we are doing our outlook of energy for the week of November 25th to December 1st. And first, let's do the hair talk. So I've gotten a lot of messages from you guys asking about the color. Once again, the color is called Overtone and it is vibrant orange. It is not a color, it is a depositing of color from a deep conditioner. I put it on my pre-lightened parts and they were not platinum, they were light enough, and then it took on to this color. So it's been about a week and a half. You can see some pieces are a little bit lighter, but I haven't redone it. So to me, this is holding on color more than what it usually holds when I do a permanent color, because my hair is very porous and it won't hold color. So I'm still loving it. It's kind of getting a little bit lighter, but I love the copper color that's taken on. So of course I went on their website and ordered like 2 months worth of it, because I'm afraid that now that I found a color that I love, they're gonna like run out. Do you guys do that? So what I'm wearing today, I washed my hair last night. The products that I have on are DevaCurl. So we're using the DevaCurl coconut cream, just very little. We're using, no, we're using the DevaCurl gel. And then we're using the Lush brands for wavy hair instead of curly, because, you know, the more that I let my hair be, I realize my hair is just everything at once. It's not extremely curly. There's waves and then there's little curls underneath. So I actually tried a product made for wavy hair instead, and I kind of like it. Because it's kind of letting it do what it's supposed to do and not forcing it to do something else. So we'll see how many days. This whole week I went 3 days without washing it using the brand. She's from Puerto Rico. Her name is Laura and I'm just obsessed with her stuff. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the outlook for November 25th to December 1st. Now, I want you guys to get a sneak peek this coming week. On Black Friday, we're having our annual huge sale where the whole shop goes up at 33%, 33% off. Now, you will see it posted on Instagram and Facebook with the codes that you will need, but this is always the biggest sale of the year. Usually, I have the biggest sale of the year on winter solstice. This year, many clients asked for us to have it on Black Friday. That way they can get their gifts there. And if it's a gift for someone, and you want us to send it straight to the person, you could put that in the notes and we will wrap it and make it pretty and add a little note for you too. So let's go ahead and begin. Today's decks that we're using the Slow Tarot by Lacey Bryant and the Adinkra Tarot by Bressie Ando. So let's go ahead and begin with the beginning of the week. Now, what we have here for the beginning of the week, we have the card that says Dwenumen, and it's pretty hard to say, and I kill the names all the time. But when we take a look at this card, this is a symbol of humility. Now, I really do enjoy how we start off the week with humility. This is literally the strength that you find with being humble. This coming week being a holiday for many people who celebrate it, you may encounter being overly sensitive to other people's energies, as we see Mercury trining Neptune on Thursday, and that also happens to be Thanksgiving. So two things may happen. You may be extra sensitive or extra cool, right? So seeing this is the reminder to have the strength with humility, right? This is being mindful not to replicate imbalance. So if you are dealing, especially this week, with somebody who's criticizing you and judging you, do not replace your balance with being imbalanced. Do not allow yourself to go to their lower vibrations, right? Just remind yourself that, you know, you love yourself. Try to find new ways of defining or exerting your power. Make sure that you stay very protected, especially if you have family gatherings, and you know how those can go, right? So the card to enhance this card, look at that, is the Moon card. So seeing this and seeing the energy of this week and how we're getting closer to winter solstice, it is a time for you to really embrace your intuition, as well as a time for you to help yourself heal things that need to be released. So any emotions that's out of place next week, watch out for that and see what it's trying to tell you, especially during the holidays. We tend to get more melancholy. We tend to get more sentimental because we either miss people that are no longer there in human form, or we miss childhood or something. So I love how these two cards are kind of going together. Now, when we take a look at the next card, what we see here is the card that is called King Ting Cantan, right? So now when we see this particular card, this is another card that goes very well with this week, because you want to be careful with people that have puffed up arrogance. This is still a card of humility. So you see, we have two cards now talking about humility. And what we see here is understanding that your humble ways have values. Reign in your attitude, right? Now it's not the time to deal with extravagance. Now it's not the time to allow someone with arrogant ways to bring you down. Now this could be almost like a small warning that this week, if you have to face certain people or certain situations, you may have to deal with those people that usually will measure their self-worth by what they do for a living, by what they own. This is a card that's telling you, remind yourself who you are and keep yourself grounded. Now, the tarot card that is enhancing this, I love this because we have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands kind of says, allow your inner child to come through. Let them be arrogant, right? There's nothing that we can do to change them. Let them dive deep down into the materialism and their money and all of that. But you should allow your inner child to come play, because after all, who has more fun? Right? I love that message. Now, the last one that we have is Matapo. Now, when we see Matapo, this is the pacification knot. Now, when this calls here, it may be a week of working a lot. And I think we got this card last week on the weekend. When we see this card, it has a lot to do with working with forgiveness or reconciliation, right? So letting go of any blame that you've kind of held on to and step into your new reality. Allow yourself to release the blame. Whatever has happened has already happened, and you do not deserve it to carry it forward with you. If it was suffering involved, you already suffered. Be fair to yourself and allow to release it. This is a time for you to do what feels good for you, to know that you also deserve compassion. You don't find a compassion out there, bringing it from within. You can be compassionate to yourself. You can be nurturing to yourself. Now look at that. I love how we have the Five of Cups with the Matapo card, because you may be being too hard with yourself. And once again, remember that next week on Thursday, Mercury trines Neptune, right? So this can make you overly sensitive to energy, especially Thursday, which is a holiday. So seeing this, you see how the poor kid just dropped a cup, and he is just broken, right? So what does this say? Stop beating yourself up. If you were to make a mistake, or you've made mistakes, that's where wisdom comes from. Stop being so mean to yourself and start loving yourself a little bit more. Now, when we take a look at the cosmic energy of next week, we do see that we have that new moon that's moving things forward, and a sign change for Venus, and a wake-up call from Neptune, right? And an insightful thoughts and words that are all on tap for this Thanksgiving week. Now, when Venus enters Capricorn on Monday, November 25th, it will cast a darker and more serious light on things that relate to love, money, art, and beauty as well. And so the sign switch also means for the next month, you're going to have to be super responsible and put some extra elbow grease into getting what you really want done, right? So the darkness and quiet of Sagittarius new moon on Tuesday, November 26th, reminds us again to look at the bright side of life and share our abundance with those less fortunate. I love how we got the moon card on the week that we're experiencing that beautiful new moon. Now, it is also a call to plant the seeds of a new star by expanding our horizons through sports, foreign travel, new philosophies, new ideas. What is calling you? Allow yourself to go there, right? So the next day, Wednesday, November 27th, Neptune shifts into forward gear as it turns direct for the first time since June. As Neptune starts to wake up from its 5-month nap, it's still dream time, but it's also a call to work on insights or vision that were revealed while Neptune was at rest. Those ideas, that curiosity, that's where you want to go. Now, your intuition will be also on high alert on Thanksgiving Day because of that Neptune and Mercury, right? So basically, if you guys are looking for crystals that you can have with you in this holiday, like I said in the tribe, you could take black tourmaline for protection. You could add a little bit of citrine in that satchel for joy, because you don't want anybody's lower vibration to make you lose joy, right? And you could add a little tiny bit of clear quartz in there to enhance the energy of that crystal satchel. So if you guys have any questions, if you guys have anything, please feel free to write me, send me a message, send me an email. Remember to follow our Instagram. If you're ready to book your reading, all readings are still on sale for $35 with our gratitude sale, and that will go on till the rest of the year. So saving you somewhere in between $10 and $30. Most readings are at $35. My openings now begin in February. I am booked, and every day I get more and more booked. That's why my dates always change. All videos, all readings are done like this through video, except I lower the camera so you can see the cards getting shuffled, and it's your video, so you can watch it at any time. I give worldwide readings for the last 20 to 25 years. And if you're ready for your reading, go to www.lightwitchtarotshop.com and schedule your reading today. If you're ready for your candles, whatever it is, there's classes, there's candles, everything is handcrafted here by me and my husband. So I will see you guys again next weekend. I hope that you have an amazing, amazing holiday week, and that you are reminded, right, that you are loved and you are not alone. So if you ever need to talk or you're feeling low, I am here. So lots of love and light to you all, and blessed be. Bye-bye.